Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Astley, the inventor. Welcome to my podcast. Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Astley, the inventress. I'm here with my incredible daughter, Brittany Ascalise. She hates when I say her last name.
Thank you for emphasizing the Ascalise. And the funny thing is, since you say it so often, this morning when I was at work, I had to leave a voicemail with someone. I said, "Hi, this is Brittany Ascalise from so-and-so." And just because...
Did you say the Inventress podcast?
No, I was at work.
Oh, okay.
So I said, "Hi, this is Brittany Ascalise from Poec Autism Services." I'm like, am I shooting a commercial? So
That's
stuck.
Great.
It's stuck in my head.
See? Well, you know what? You should be proud to be Brittany Ascalise.
I am.
You should be.
It's a great name.
It is. You know what? It is a great name.
It's great. You really thought this through.
Yeah, we
Brittany
did.
Christina Ascalise.
How well does that match?
It's perfect.
Love the first, second, and third. Oh my gosh. Happy New Year, Brittany. Holy cow.
Happy New Year 2019.
Can you stand it?
I can stand it.
I can stand it too.
I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with it.
I'm very happy with 2019. I feel good about 2019. I was great with 2018. I feel even better with 2019.
Me too.
Great things are happening.
What'd you do on Christmas Eve night?
Christmas Eve or New Year's?
I'm sorry, Christmas Eve.
Well, you don't want to go
crap.
back because that was a whole lot.
What'd you do New Year's Eve?
I loved my New Year's Eve beyond love. Phil and I stayed home. I couldn't eat. I bragged about what I was going to do for New Year's Eve for weeks because you know how we do Thanksgiving and we do Christmas Eve and we do things in a giant way. In addition to the fact that I travel every other week from LA to wherever I'm going, right? So it was getting dressed up and I love the events that I do. Don't get me wrong, people out there can keep inviting me to speak at different events. But I have to tell you, it was so cool for Phil and I to just stay home on the couch and just chill. I made foods that we typically don't eat. I made everything leaving 2018, the worst possible foods for you.
Out with a bang.
In life. In fact, I felt hungover the next morning. From the foods, because we didn't drink. I mean, we didn't have alcohol, which is crazy. But anyway, so I made fried shrimp. I made onion rings and French fries, and we had candy and chips. And we had an old bottle of champagne. I think that was here from, probably might have been like Thanksgiving or whatever, that was flat and in the pantry. And Phil just poured like a little half a glass of beer that he had. So I had a sip of that. And the next morning, literally, I felt hungover. I go, wait, what the heck? Is this what happens when you don't drink?
So when you eat fried foods, you still get hungover.
I swear. I think it was the candy and the fried foods. But anyway, I felt I felt lethargic the next morning. But getting back to, Phil and I spent a lovely night together. We had fun. We watched, this is fun. We watched the Hallmark Channel.
Did you watch Dick Clark, the ball drop thing?
Of course. Please. You know, Ryan is my man. Mm-hmm. So we watched Ryan Seacrest, and we felt so badly for him. He was soaking wet. And I was like, okay, I felt like going in and changing his clothes.
He could have had an umbrella.
I think it was a part
Jenny
of the
McCarthy
excitement.
had an umbrella. He opted
How did
not to
Jenny
have
McCarthy look so good?
Because she had an umbrella.
Jacket with all the stuff. She was on point.
Yeah.
I think it was a little... Ryan Seacrest, I think there was a little drama involved with the wetness of the jacket and the hair. And I hope you're not sick today.
Oh my gosh.
I hope he's not sick. And if you're listening, Ryan...
I'm sure he's fine.
I'm sure he's listening too. But I think no, I'm surprised he doesn't have a cold. So Phil and I kept saying he's going to be on ABC in
The
1
next day,
hour.
yeah.
No, in 1 hour, like
Oh,
right after
really?
of course. And we watched that. As soon as the ball dropped, Ryan was gone. After that, I mean, he did his announcements and everything. And then I said he'll be on point, his tuxedo on point, and he will be on ABC talking about what just happened. Clean as a whistle. Normal, no wetness. Like, of course, he has a team of people getting him together. Awesome. He was right back on there. Like, just, he's amazing to me, by the
He
way.
must,
He's incredible.
Yeah,
Ryan Seacrest, you rock.
he's great.
He's a grinder, man. He gets it done.
Yeah, because all this money he's getting, I would grind like that too.
Well, that's what Phil said. He goes, wouldn't you stand outside for $3 million in the rain and get wet? I'm like,
absolutely.
Okay, you know what? Cha-ching, yes. Get the frizz on. I'm good. I'm good.
He
with
does
it.
radio. He's an executive producer. He's on the talk. He does so
He's
much. He's set.
everything.
American Idol. He still does, I think.
He does.
Yeah.
Ryan is amazing. And he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
I've met in person. I've met him, so I can say it. I'm not just saying that like I see him on TV. Or what. Ryan Seacrest, you are off the charts. He's a great person. He's got a great family, man. His sister just had a baby. He talked about that. He's got such a kind heart. We need to get Ryan at one of our AOE events.
If he has the time,
Now,
yes.
I think he'll make the time, knowing that what our conferences are all about. He's got a beautiful, kind soul. He really does. He was at the hospital with his sister. He talks about when she gave birth, and I love his family. I love the way he was raised. I love the fact that he talked about it on New Year's Eve, and just, so Ryan, you know what? Whether you remember me or not remember me, I'm there a whole lot, because my whatever. I'm not going to get into detail how I'm there, but I love you, Ryan Seacrest, and Kelly also, just amazing people. But just love your heart and love that you care about people. And Ryan, hats off to you for being in the rain, and I hope that you don't have a cold.
He's fine.
But he's like, he's fine.
We all know
Chicken
he's
soup.
fine. Yeah, chicken soup, vitamin C,
His mommy made him
B12
some.
shots, the whole 9 yards.
His mommy made him chicken soup,
Anyway.
and Kelly gave him the biscuits. She makes those. What are those biscuits? The little doughboy that pops out. We didn't make those. We have not done that. Like the last couple of dinners we had. Yeah. So she makes the Pillsbury doughboy biscuits. In fact, she made that for her family one night, and that was the meal. So between the chicken soup and the Pillsbury dough,
He's fine. He's got
muffins,
everything he needs.
All right, just checking,
So-
just making sure you're okay, Ryan.
He's good.
Okay, good.
Anyway. Well,
Just don't chew loud or
Yeah.
slurp or slurp. Don't chew loud or slurp. And that
Yeah.
was a conversation we had before this one. But anyway, let's get into the show.
wait a minute. What about me? You didn't ask me how
Oh,
my
Brittany, I thought I asked you, but I'm sorry.
no.
I'm sorry. We went right to. Okay, so how was your? I'm so sorry.
I'm literally the Jan Brady. I am always Jan. And I'm the middle child.
Marsha.
It's never
Brittany, I'm
about me.
honey. I'm so sorry. So what did you do for this? It's always Brittany. You know what? Do I even care? Oh my God, Brittany, I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Oh my gosh.
Honey, baby, what did you do?
It's going right into everything else. I was so kind to ask you.
Wait, so doesn't this remind you of Matilda? The movie
Matilda, where the mother didn't like her daughter. She's like, "Oh, how was school? School was great, da da da." And the mother's on the phone. She's like, "Can't you see I'm in the middle of an important phone call? So you just asked me how school was. Be quiet." Like, that's how I feel most of the time.
But I give you so much attention.
I think because you have so many things going on in your head.
So much attention.
No, you have so many things going on in your head when you do ask me a question.
We
I
went
say
past
it.
it.
It's like it's gone.
Okay, guys, I'm bringing you into our world tonight because we just can't help it. even before we started. And that's why I didn't ask Brittany about her New Year. First of all, I already know what happened. Number one, I know what happened. Number two.
Yeah, because we're on the phone. We talk to each other because we love each other.
All day long.
But I'm going to tell you guys what I did just in case you were wondering.
I gotta... Guys, wait, can I just say this? You need to see our producers in the back are on the floor crying because Brittany, okay, everybody wants to know. They're holding up signs. They're going, okay, Brittany, what did you do?
They're on the edge of their seats.
They're on the edge of their seats wondering what you and John did for New Year's Eve.
I'll tell you what we did. Absolutely nothing. Just like you. We sat home. I decorated. I have Happy New Year, a banner. I have little confetti. We made cheese and crackers. I made some sausage and peppers.
That's nice. I love it.
It was really nice. We had champagne. We watched the Dick Clark thing, Ryan Seacrest. Need I say more? It was really nice and relaxing. And it was the first year. I think it was the first year we didn't go out or to a friend. Oh no, we had our party last year at our house, but it was just us, and it was really, really nice.
I love
and
that.
we had cookies and cream, ice cream, because my getting into my resolution, it was an almond milk ice cream, so it was no heavy dairy. So getting into my resolution for this new year, I started the keto diet, and I don't know, people probably heard of this diet before. It's pretty big now, where it's no carbs, no sugar, but kind of high in fat and a little in protein. So that's what I'm doing. And so far it's okay. I'm doing really well with it.
I love that. So, I mean, jumping into that, and I'm sure there's a lot of different, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess people have there's a lot of people who are not necessarily into the keto thing because, and for me in particular, I don't understand the whole thing.
I'm just
there's
trying
a science
it.
behind
I'm
it.
trying it.
And I love it. I think that for what it is, I've heard a lot of people lose weight if you're trying to lose weight.
It's huge. It's a really big thing.
It's a giant thing. I think Kelly Ripa is on the... Why are we bringing up Kelly and Ryan so much?
You're doing it.
So I'm not trying to do it on but anyway, I think Kelly is doing the keto diet also. For me, I get concerned about cholesterol because there's so much.
Yes.
And
the crazy
and the science
thing,
could be completely wrong.
But listen, no, the crazy thing is, I was just talking about this with my coworker. I think it was her sister-in-law did the keto diet. And I said, oh, what about if you have high cholesterol? Like, no, it goes down. But you have to do it the right way. You have to do your meals the right way. You can't just have a stick of pepperoni and cheese and expect your cholesterol not to go up. There's certain meal plans and books and recipes where it actually regulates your cholesterol. So it is a science. You really have to look that up.
There has to be a science behind it. There has to be.
Yeah, because this one guy, he purposely gained 72 pounds. Purposely.
For what?
For the keto. Because he was a fit guy. He ate as much as he could to gain weight. And then he went on the keto and documented to show how the keto diet works. So he went from shredded to fat back to shredded on the keto diet.
I like the shredded.
He was on like a few talk shows and all that stuff. So he's like, it does actually work.
I just think that I think that everything in moderation works. I believe that wholeheartedly. When I go to the doctor, I will say to the doctor, okay, tell me what I need to do. I know exactly what I need to do for my body and for my mind and my spirit, but you need to hear it from like a specialist. And I know that if you eat vegetables and not do a lot of other things, that not overindulge in anything else, you're going to be healthy and be the weight that you're supposed to be. And the thing that piques my curiosity is how all of the fat is supposed to be good for your body.
It's the good fat. It burns.
And I know we've been
itself.
brainwashed into believing that all of these fats are not good for you. But there are good fats. I mean, like
that's
avocado.
What we're supposed to eat. Avocado, some cheeses.
Right.
There's some things
but
that
what
are weird.
The cheeses?
Any kind of cheese. That's the thing. It's in moderation. You don't have to overindulge in the cheese. Like, fat burns fat. It's harder to burn carbs and sugar than it is to burn fat.
Right.
That's the whole thing. I don't want to go on. I'm not a specialist in keto. It's just what I've heard. It's what I've seen.
Yep, got it.
But that's my New Year's resolution. On top of me being more positive and
I love New Year's resolutions.
And more, I guess, aware. To be, I'm always nice to people, but I want to go the extra mile. Like, how are you? Have a great, like, just more.
Be more conscious of other people's feelings.
Yeah, I mean, even with my friends, I want to make sure I hug my friends with love and not just a pat on the back, like, I'll see you next time. What if I don't see them next time? Like, I want to make sure every moment with my friends is special. Just like life is short, make sure you live every day like it's your last. That's kind of what I want to do.
It. And that was my grandmother's. She always said that too. My grandmother, my mother, always said, "Live each day as if it's your last day on earth." Like, how would you treat another person?
Yeah, and just doing more kind things. When John and I went to the city the day after Christmas, and I had extra cash, I gave a homeless person like $5. Like, I want to give.
That's nice.
Like, if I have it, I will give it to them.
Sure. Love it.
Because they're cold, and it's just, I have to do it.
Right.
I have to do it.
Regardless of what they do with it.
Yeah, and I doubt it's going to be for booze or for drugs. They're homeless.
And, they need food. Regardless of what it's for.
They're having extra $5 for some, maybe they can get a toothbrush, maybe they get toothpaste, maybe, anything. So that's what I want to do.
I have to say, and I love that you're doing that. I know that we're going to get 1,000 emails, and we've been getting so many emails. We've been flooded with emails from our podcast, and thank you so much, everybody, for emailing us week after week after week. And we're going to start reading some of the emails, and I'm sure, Brittany, people are going to flood you with that because you did such a kind thing. That was such a warm-hearted thing to do, and I know that some people will have they'll take offense or whatever. Like, people say different things. Everybody has a different feeling on different things that we do, right? So you're saying you just gave this person $5 because it made you feel good, right?
Yeah.
Did it make you feel great?
Yeah.
And that's what's the most important thing is not to diagnose what that person is going to do, with the $5. Whether they take it and then buy something to drink, but you gave them something that hopefully that they use it for the benefit of their health or whatever it is.
Yeah, so that's my resolution. Now, do you have any resolutions?
I never make New Year's resolutions because I'm always afraid of not following through. But I do.
That's what usually happens with people.
But this year I do. I actually do. And I'm holding myself accountable because even if I fall off, even if I don't stick with the resolutions that I make this year, I just want to be a better person. I want to be kind to people. I can't fall off of that. I cannot fall off of that. I only want to be better at what I'm doing now. I want to be kinder than I am now. I want to be more conscious of other people than I am now. I want to listen better. I want to pay attention more. I want to be more cognizant, more aware of what other people are saying to me when they're saying it.
Just like how you don't listen to me? You already fell off. You didn't pay attention.
I listened, Brittany.
I know.
No, but it's a level of consciousness that, we're so sidetracked by all of our different the tools that we have, from cell phones and iPads and iPods and, well, no, that's back in the day. iPod. Oh my God. But just all of the tools that we have electronically, we're so distracted, and we're never really 100% listening to each other. Never. I mean, how? And I know that sometimes I go off and I'm listening to what you're saying and I'm focusing in on what you're saying, but I'm kind of paying attention to the next thing.
Yeah, I know. Your mind wanders.
Yeah, it does. My mind, and we all do, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm alone, but I'll take the blame.
But it's just a thing. Mother-daughter, you asked me a question. I'm
Brittany.
responding.
Sunday.
And it's like, wait, were you even listening to me?
No.
Like,
So that's my thing too. And I admit it because I'm so busy in what I do every single day that there's always something happening.
yeah,
You know,
right. Yeah.
flying somewhere, doing a presentation or in a conference or whatever it is. But with all of that, my getting back to my resolution is I want to be more conscious and more focused on the thing that's happening in front of me in that moment. I want to be in the moment more. That's my New Year's resolution.
Being
in
in the
addition to
moment.
being able to help people more, like help people, my clients and my AOE members, and just, I mean, they probably have me more than anybody else. But anyway, just being in the moment, and just being able to focus more and pay attention and shut down all of the devices.
Right.
When
yeah,
I'm in
you
a
have
conversation.
To. You have to.
So when I'm in a conversation with, I don't want to have a conversation with you and listen or look at a text from somebody else.
Right.
I don't want to do that. And that goes for my clients. And I really don't do that either. When I'm in a meeting, I don't take phone calls. I don't take text messages when I'm in a meeting with a client. Never do that. Never have.
So it's like, why am I paying you for if you're on your phone?
No, I never do that. I think that's
understand
extremely rude.
Yeah.
I don't do it. I don't. But anyway, so my resolution is to be better at focusing, being more aware, paying more attention to specific things, doing one thing at a time, which is almost impossible, but getting the task at hand done before I move on to the next. But that's the reason I have a team too. They could do the other things at the same time.
Yes. So I also want to reflect on the major things that happened in 2018.
I love that. Mm-hmm.
The big milestones, events, even being on TV, showcasing clients' products. So let's think to 2018, the big milestones that have happened.
Great things happened. Wow.
It's been I felt like 2018 has been forever. It felt like the longest year for some reason.
Everything happened in 2018. Everything. Oh my gosh. Gianna graduated.
Oh, that's right.
She graduated.
My little
Our
sister.
little baby girl graduated from Kane University in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Just amazing, incredible. She got a job working for one of the biggest corporations.
ADP payroll.
ADP, just 1 week after. Well, she got the job prior to her graduation and started working a week after she graduated. She had literally no time off. So congratulations to Gianna and just doing all of the things that she does. Brittany just being so involved with POAC and all of the things that you do to help other people to build their self-esteem, and you work so endlessly for POAC and just help them to build their business. You brought Gary to one of our AOE conferences.
Yeah, the executive director, Gary.
You run our conferences, which is really a thankless job.
And if people who have been to the last, so let's talk about the last big conference.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the Clarion, right?
Mm-hmm.
In August.
Yes.
Wow, that does not seem like it was in August.
You ran that bad boy. And ran that,
I
Brittany.
was on my feet. I can't even tell you. We talked about this in the previous podcast. It was very, very good. That was a major one. Same thing. We had 2-minute elevator pitches. Kevin Lane, who has Create a Castle, won from the 2-minute elevator pitch. And now he's going on to better things. But that's going to be in 2019. But now...
Yes.
But we're talking about 18. Let's talk about 18.
So I got Kevin Lane, 2018. Kevin Lane will be on QVC television.
He will be
after that,
in
after
19.
after that 2-minute elevator pitch that he won, we pitched him. QVC said yes, and now he will be on QVC. And so yes, that happened. The yes happened in 2018.
And there's a lot more. Now I'm thinking back. Were you in LA this year? You were.
I was in LA.
Yes, that was a big, big thing. Meeting all the sharks, meeting celebrities.
Holy cow, that was 2018.
Exactly. It feels like it was forever, but it was in that same year.
Ridiculous.
I know.
That's 2018?
Yeah. This is the longest year of my life. It was so long, and I don't know why.
I can't even believe it. But so many great things happened in 2018. I mean, there was a lot of tragedy, which we have to recognize, and we pray about that every single day. People who lost their lives, and and I know we're staying focused on all of the positive things, but we just want to let you guys know that we pray for all of those who had some horrible travesties in their lives, and we lost some people too. We lost some people in 2018, but looking forward and looking at the great things that did happen. To keep your eye on the wonderful focus and moving forward towards 2019. So I can't believe that was 2018.
Yeah, you went to LA, you met the Sharks, you met Jennifer Lopez. That was cool.
2018. That's crazy.
J-Lo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I met J-Lo in 2018.
It was all in that same LA experience. And you were on Home Shopping Network for Sit and Fit.
Yeah. Yep. Was that twice? Twice in 2018.
Yep.
And going back on Sunday. But let's keep the focus on 2018. And you guys did some great things too. You and John.
What did we do?
You did so many things. You guys, you started your...
We're still together.
No, but... Between you guys doing your podcast.
Well, starting the podcast. We started the podcast.
You started
this
the
year.
podcast in 2018.
We started this adventurous podcast.
You started the adventurous podcast in 2018. And you have built this without, this is without, teamwork makes the dream work. Without you guys, I could never be doing this. You built this podcast. You did this. You built the adventurous podcast from the ground up. You and John, you're here every week. We're at the studio every single week, tirelessly. John works all day long. He does his electronic. He does the thing that he does. What does he do, Brittany?
Well, John doesn't have a microphone. He does audio visual work.
Exactly.
He's a technician, an installer.
And podcasts. And he does podcasts. And he does an amazing job at doing it. And he's here. We get together every single week. So that's a giant thing that you guys do. You're committed to it and you do it well, and you're doing it for other people, and you just do a remarkable job with your podcast. And that's giant. To have a business outside of what you do in your day-to-day living, it's huge. To after you work, you do your 9 to 5 or whatever it is, and in between all of the things that you do, you have a t-shirt line, you have your business, Brittany. You guys do a business together. John's with his podcast and you do your podcast together. That's giant. That's all in 2018. You started it, you launched it, you started it, and you're successful doing it. That's gigantic. And everybody cannot say that they do this all in 1 year. You started it 2018. Yeah. You talked about it. So let's go back to that. You discussed it in 2018. You discussed having a podcast in 2018. John discussed having a podcast in 2018. His podcast is up and running with successful clients and running it and just doing great things for other people in their businesses, elevating their businesses to another level. And this is what John has done. You are here every week. We're together in this studio every week, and it's amazing. You
great.
said it, you spoke it into existence, and it happened. John said, I'm doing this podcast. I'm starting a podcast business. And here he is doing a podcast. You're doing a podcast. We're doing a show together. That's huge.
It's a big thing. Yeah, it's really good. Now I'm thinking about 2018. Did Gianna move into her new apartment last year?
That was 2018.
So many things.
Holy cow. That's 2018.
This
Remember
was
the
the
move.
biggest year. Yeah.
Remember the move.
That was a big move. Well, yeah, it was a lot. Going from way up north, like 50 minutes in Plainfield or North Plainfield to Old Bridge, New Jersey.
Yep.
That was a really big step. And her moving in with her boyfriend Ross was amazing. It was a really big deal.
Giant. And Eddie, with all of the things that he's doing, he's traveling around the world.
Yeah, or brother Eddie. Yeah,
Healthcare Foundation. I mean, he has opened up different facilities across.
They just opened one in Philadelphia. This past year. Yeah,
they're doing one I believe they're doing one in Germany. Like all around. This is worldwide. So, so great things are happening. My son, I'm so proud of him too. Just spearheading this nonprofit organization. Guys, look it up.
Healthcare for
AIDS
ADF.
Healthcare Foundation. And
they're everywhere.
They're everywhere, and celebrities are involved, and they had great speakers, and they just did a giant event last month. But they're constantly doing new events. My kids are very benevolent, aren't they, John? Very caring, very, very caring, and So anyway, we're talking about everything tonight. We're all over the map tonight because we're excited about 2019. So We're talking about resolutions. We're talking about keeping them, not keeping them, jumping back on, but not feeling guilty about the fact. If you make a New Year's resolution, I have to say this. If you make a New Year's resolution and you jumped off and you lost your way for 5 minutes, it's okay. Don't feel guilty. Get back on course. It's what you want to do for a lifetime. I guess if you decided to be nicer to somebody else, that's just what you want to do for your lifetime, right? If you decided to be careful with what you're putting in your body, that's just what you want to do for a lifetime. Don't feel guilty that you got off track or whatever. And I'm not giving you permission to get off track. There's no permission here, but I understand that you get off course because you have company and all that stuff. You don't want to deprive yourself of things that you're having fun with, but just be careful. Everything in moderation. Everything. My voice sounded great, right? Everything in moderation.
Yeah, it was nice.
So everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. And the other thing I want to talk about is relationship building and keeping. So building relationships. Was there something I skipped, Brittany? I'm looking at your face.
No, I'm just thinking. Well, relationship building is good. And then I want to also talk about what we have planned this year. That's coming up. We already have so many things happening. So yeah, go ahead. You can talk about relationship building.
We do. So what are our plans that you...
Well, no, talk about relationship building.
No, I think it's really important that, when you guys, when we develop new relationships, and you are, especially all of you entrepreneurs out there, let me tell you something. If you're starting a new business and you're impatient because whatever you're doing isn't happening fast enough, do yourself a favor. Don't burn a bridge by cursing somebody out because they're not making it happen fast enough for you. Build a relationship and be patient. Patience is a virtue, believe it or not. It takes so long to develop a business, to develop a strategy. Rome was not built in a day. How many times have you heard that? I hate to sound cliche, but it's true. Okay? Take your time, do it right. Baby, you can do it. Take your time, do it right. You can do it. And that's a song.
I know. So, I'm surprised you didn't sing it.
I want to. Baby, you can do it. Take your time, do it right. You can do it, baby. Do it. So it's all about doing it right. So doing your business the right way with having patience with the person you're working with. And whether it's me, not me. And I got to tell you something. When my new clients come to me and they say, I've been working with this company and they're not giving me a prototype fast enough and blah, blah, blah. I never say, okay, yeah, come to me right now. Never. Give that company the opportunity to do it. If they're not ripping you off, you got to be careful and read the fine print. That's what you have to be careful of. But if they're doing their job and they're doing everything that they said they were going to do for you, and everything is on point and it's taking them time to do it, you've got to be patient. You've got to be patient because you're now building relationships. building relationships with a person. Don't just like take your stuff and run from that company unless they're ripping you off. That you need to understand too. And that's called discernment. That's a whole nother topic. That's called discernment. Knowing the companies you're working with, knowing the people you're working with. And you know that. You know that right out of the gate. If somebody is not feeling right, if the marriage is not meshing, if you're not doing a dance, that it feels good when you're dancing with that person, that company, you know what? You got to jump ship, because you know in your heart and soul, it's not working. So build relationships. Don't jump ship. Make sure you ask that company questions. What are they doing? What are your timelines? Make sure they answer you. And if they answer you and tell you like whatever the timelines are, be patient. Be patient with those timelines. This is the first time. Like the last podcast we did was Twilight Zone. You know, I want to reflect on that, because when you're inventing a product or starting a new business, it is the Twilight Zone. So in the Twilight Zone, you really have to like just sit back, be patient, and listen, but ask questions, and have that element of discernment. You gotta know going in who you're working with. Am I correct in that?
Yeah,
I agree. Do you agree? Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's 100% true. Even though, you know, my business, whatever I have involving POAC or what have you, you always need to build relationships with everybody. Don't burn bridges. It's a huge thing. That's really, really important to stick by. But I want to dive into 2019. We briefly touched up on Kevin Lane from Create a Castle. As we said, once he won that 2-minute elevator pitch at the last conference, Mom now introduced Kevin Lane to QVC, and QVC is now working with Kevin Lane, and I'm really excited to see. Is that going to go on air, Mom?
Yeah, so we are going to be on air we'll be on air in 2019. And as we get closer, I'll make sure we have the dates. So I'm making sure that he's all together. Extremely exciting. And this could happen for all of you. Everyone out there listening who has products, projects, you have something in mind, you have an idea. It's not impossible. Literally, it can happen for you. And I know that many people out there think that these things are impossible, but they're not. It happened for me. I'm on how many products and just got another patent in the mail the other day. Excited. And I literally cry every time I get a patent, every time I get a product on the network, every time I get to have a client like Carla Hall or Tyrese Gibson, or like all of the clients I have. I'm so grateful for having the clients I have, and building the products that I have and inventing them and putting them on the market. It can happen for you too. I'm no different from you. In no way, shape, or form. I may be a little bit bolder.
A little out
I
there.
may be bolder. You say a little out there.
Yeah.
I love it. See, but you got to be weird.
You have to.
Weird
to
is freaking awesome.
Yeah, like
it's
when
awesome.
we do conferences like the Holiday Bazaar that we had, and you invited a new vendor, the guy, what's his name? Mayo, the guy that does caricatures.
Oh, yes.
Mark, is that his name Mark?
Yes, his name is Mark.
And
Martin Mayo.
Martin. And yeah, Martin Mayo, I believe. So we did, because all of our stuff is crazy. So Mom started the electric slide, and he goes to me and says, "Your mom's wild." I'm like, "Oh, okay." See, I don't know what normal or wild is.
You don't know what normal or wild, because you were just raised.
I grew up with this,
with wild.
Yeah, so
that's very funny.
It was. So,
I didn't know that. That's very funny. And he had a blast.
Yeah. It's just, when I see Mom doing the electric slide, it's like, all right, it is what it is. And then when people say, "Wow, she's great," I'm like, yeah, I guess. Like,
right.
It's just, yeah,
she's okay.
Like I see it 24/7. you know. So
Madness.
I don't know.
24/7 of madness.
Yeah. I don't know what normal or wild
or abnormal is.
Yeah, I really have no
but
idea.
do we not have a plan?
No, it's really fun. It's embarrassing for me because you make me, Brittany, get out of here. Like that stuff.
Because you have but Brittany, that you make our conferences, you make our workshops, you make everything we do more entertaining too. You have to admit it.
I do my
Ask
best.
all of the AOE members, the Inventing A to Z members out there, they say, you know what, we're not doing this without Brittany.
And I can't picture me doing it.
You can't picture me doing this without you.
Doing it. Like it's crazy.
Right.
But yeah, going back to the new year, there was another major. Oh, you're going back on Home Shopping Network.
Yes, I am. I will be on Home Shopping Network. Actually, this is going to this will air. Well, with this, I don't know when this is
coming out.
But anyway,
Like
so this,
Monday or
of course,
Tuesday,
so yes, I will be on HSN. So go to hsn.com, and you will see me again on with Sit and Fit, SITN Fit. And can you believe I'm going on right after the new year? Okay, so this is kind of like...
The crazy thing is, I talked to you, yesterday?
Uh-huh.
And you're like, oh, I'm going to Home Shopping. I'm like, again?
Florida, right? I'm flying out. I'm leaving.
Flying to Florida. I'm like, oh, all right.
And Winnie will be here. So you got to... I'm watching Winnie for the weekend.
You as in me.
I was watching Winnie for the weekend. I'll watch her for a couple of days, but... Oh, no, not even... Like one day.
Yeah.
And then you have to take Winnie. So Winnie's our Maltese. Well, Gianna's Maltese. Our little Pookie Potts, who's so cute and so vicious. And the worst. And so vicious. So yeah. So I planned on spending the weekend with Winnie because Phil is performing and doing his thing in North Carolina. He's doing actually. It is, I can't remember the part of where he's going in North Carolina, but go look on Phil's website.
CSN
Song. Yep, csnsongs.com. And take a look at what he's doing. He's doing, actually, it's a Woodstock show in North Carolina. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So I brought Winnie in to spend the weekend with me, and she usually stays with me when Phil is away. But then I had to tell Gianna, you know what? Sorry, Phil's going away. I'm going away too. So I think it's you or Daddy is going to... Yeah. One of you will be with Winnie for the weekend.
Yeah, I love her so much. She's so cute.
She's a doll.
Cute and fresh.
She's cute and fresh, and she bites.
Piranha.
She's a piranha wolf. We call Winnie the piranha wolf.
If she doesn't know you, you're going to lose an ankle.
She's attacking.
Yeah.
100%.
She'll nip you. She's like a little ankle biter dog, you know. What you have to do to approach her, give her a treat, let her sniff you. But the only thing is, I think she has short-term memory loss. Because once you get up or move, she'll attack you.
Right.
Like she's never met you before.
Moves. No false moves.
And I need to know if this, and I've heard this before, if it's just the breed of dog. If anyone has a Maltese or maybe a Yorkie, something like a Chihuahua, do they all act the same?
Send an email. Yes.
Yeah, the adventurespodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, the Adventures.
If they do that.
Please say it again. The Adventures
Podcast@gmail.com, and I will be repeating that again at the end.
And spell it. Yep, got to spell it, Brittany. Because everybody, you know what? Okay, let me interrupt you for a second. Because sometimes people will say, is it inventing or investing? Believe me.
Okay.
Brittany, so you have to be very specific and very, very clear. And because they don't necessarily hear, we think that we're being very clear, and sometimes things are muffled. And we talk super fast. We do? We're Jersey. We talk fast.
I don't think we're talking fast.
So, Brittany, we're from Jersey, right?
Yes.
People are listening from all over the world. And they are not and like all over the country. So sometimes people, if they're from the South, they talk a little bit slower, right? Believe me, I've been in meetings with my sister who's in Texas, and they've said to me, you talk so fast. you got to slow down. But I know we got stuff to do. So you have
we
to.
have no time.
We have no time to talk slow. So, but say it slower and spell it.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
The THE Inventress. INVEN as in Nancy. TRESS as in Sam.
You can lose your spot.
The Inventress Podcast. P as in Peter.
That part you don't have.
Oh, okay, great. The Inventress Podcast at gmail.com. gmail.com.
That was really good. I like that. So now everyone out there is going, oh, thank God. Because I've gotten calls because they're looking me up on Facebook and Instagram and looking for my phone number. And they're saying we didn't hear the email because you guys talk so fast.
All right.
We talk fast, Brittany. This is East Coast talk. East Coast chat.
I don't think it's technically East Coast chat.
East Coast talks a little bit faster.
Is Florida on the East Coast?
No.
It's not? Yes,
No.
it is.
They're East Coast, West Coast. They're East Coast, South.
Mom.
They're East
West,
Coast, South Coast. Or they're East Coast,
East,
South
South?
Coast. But they're East Coast, but South Coast. East Coast, South. It's not the same as East Coast. I got to tell you. It's really not.
So it's tri-state talk.
Yes.
Because I don't think it's Connecticut,
it's
New
tri-state.
Jersey, New York, maybe not Pennsylvania. But Pennsylvania people, when I've met them, they talk pretty slow.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvanians.
And this is not an insult to anybody else.
It's not because
it's
we
an
met
insult
these
to
people.
us.
Yeah, I guess that we are insulting ourselves.
We're we're talking about us and how
I gotta tell you, I feel like the older I get, the slower I talk.
I don't think you're talking slow at all.
Are you serious?
No.
All right.
If
well,
you listen to yourself,
I feel like I'm talking slow.
Good. That's good.
John's shaking his head.
Older is better. Did you just hear what I just said?
No.
So older. I just went into the whole. Never mind. New York. Older is better, but no, it's good to slow down, take your time, be deliberate in your conversations, and be specific.
Yeah, but you can be specific in the way that you're talking at your speed. I don't understand. Be specific. You can still talk normally.
For us, Brittany, so for people who are from here, the whole New York, New Jersey lingo, we get. When people are from another, from the southern states, we're talking a little fast.
You know what's funny? My one friend who lives in Florida now, Alexis, I've noticed when she lives in New Jersey, and then she's lived in Florida for like 15, maybe 11, 13 years, something like that. She talks a lot slower. And
Good for her.
it's so crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh. And it's not a bad thing. It's just the transition of you living somewhere for X amount of time.
It's a slower pace that, when you can't help but calm down when you go farther south.
But why?
Because it's more, I don't know why, it's more relaxed in the south. I don't know why. Let's ask Siri.
Yeah, you want to ask her why is it relaxing in the south? She's going to look up, here's the Wikipedia of
exactly.
Why is it? Yeah,
I don't know.
She doesn't answer. She's not going to answer.
I'm not sure what that reason is.
All right.
I'm not sure what that reason is. Phil's calling me. He just arrived in North Carolina.
Wow. So how long are they performing for?
They are going to perform tomorrow night. And that's it. Then he drives back home.
That's it? Just one night?
That's it. One night.
Jeez.
Performing one night.
Well, I guess that's good still.
So wears a nice new shirt for 90 minutes. And that's it.
His 90-minute shirt.
His 90-minute new shirt. And so no, this is nice. So I mean, it's all about like I love this whole moving into 2019 is going to be off the blasted.
It's going to be great. I'm excited for it.
Crazy.
Things are happening. Wheels are in motion. Everything's going on between, life, career, relationship, all that stuff.
Business. So I want to leave this podcast tonight with telling everybody get up. Get up off your seats, stand up, do the things that you're supposed to be doing in terms of the little things. Okay, so people leave little things for last, what they think are little, which are giant things. Making appointments, calling people you're supposed to call, returning phone calls, emailing people you're supposed to email. All of these things are giant in terms of starting a business or starting relationships, whatever it is. Get off your heinies and do the things that you're supposed to be doing. Don't leave anything. Make a production list. 2019, everybody, journal, production list. Leave 2018 behind. Love it. Say goodbye to it. We're starting a brand new canvas in 2019. We're going to be off the charts. Every single one of you listeners out there, and I know you're listening, we're going to do this together. We are going to start new businesses. We're going to create new relationships, apologize for the ones that we jacked up and start from scratch, right? Because we could do that. That's the other thing. You can apologize for mistakes that you made, for people in 2018 that you regret that you made. Regrets. That's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. Let's start fresh in 2019.
Also want to mention, which is great, we have a great conference February 2nd. It's a lunch and learn. Basically, if you are a business owner and you need pointers, whether it be social media, whether it be towards any upcoming products, or even a patent, you can have a patent attorney. That's all going to be there February 2nd at the Hilton Garden Inn, I believe. At February 2nd. If you go on AOE.com, AOWIE.com, I'll say it slower, AOWIE.com. It is there for registration. You'll have lunch, and you get to speak with my mom. She will be doing a brief teaching lesson. So it's all about learning for this conference. If you're in New Jersey, or even like close Pennsylvania, wherever you want to fly in, it's one day, couple hours. Highly recommend you go to this. I will be there, so it'll make you much more likely to come to see me, the middle child.
Sure. That's for sure.
The Jan Brady.
Have a conversation.
It's more about me than it is. I'm kidding.
So wait. So Brittany will have no time for you. So
no, I won't. Actually, I won't.
You'll be going up to Brittany and trying to talk with Brittany. She'll be like, "Sorry, I have no time for you," because she's so busy running every single conference that we have, and everybody wants Brittany's time. And you'll see, she'll be like, sorry, not now. And she'll have no problem saying, okay, talk to my assistant. Because Brittany does have an assistant, by the way, guys.
I don't know who that is, but
Brittany has an assistant for an assistant for an assistant.
I don't know who that is.
Well, you know who they are.
Yeah.
You know who they are.
Sure.
Oh, my gosh. So anyway, yes, that's right, Brittany. Thank you for mentioning that. That's February 2nd, Saturday afternoon. It's going to be a wonderful time. The Gearharts will be there.
Yes, as I mentioned, the patent attorneys.
Yes, Gearhart. Tara Ackaway will be doing her social media. And, we'll have John there with his podcast. He'll be, we'll be showcasing John. He'll be at a table. You'll be able to say hello to John. You'll see the guy behind what happens here at our podcasts every single week. You'll get to see the face of the face behind the face.
The face of the face behind the face. Okay, that sounds all right. So, then like I said, Lisa Ascalise, the inventress, will be there giving her tips and tricks on, and also if you guys do show up there, she will be giving a discount for a consultation. I would hop on that. And it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a really, really good day. And on top of that, we're planning our big conference, the IOE conference, in June. Mm-hmm. Location to be determined as of now, but big things. So I'm very, very excited about this new year. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Extremely excited about this new year.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a great time. We're going to have a blast. We're going to have a blast, as we always do.
Yep, it's gonna be great. I will wear my comfortable shoes. I never wear high heels ever. From the first AOE, never again. I'm doing way too much.
But you did wear heels the first time.
The first time, and that was the last time.
You know what? But Brittany, you do very well in heels.
No.
If you run in heels, you do kind of.
The funny thing is, everybody, I can run in heels, but I can't walk. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I can't stand. I just have to constantly be running. I don't know why. It's very weird. But I'm never wearing heels again.
You're an Ascalise. You're weird.
Yep, we gotta stay weird.
I love it.
So everyone, make sure you go. And I'm gonna do a brief thing for us in the podcast, like I mentioned before. Don't forget to email us. Even just say, "Hey, you're doing a great job," or "Hey, Brittany, you gotta talk slow," or "Hey," or "Hey, Lisa, laugh a little louder." Something, anything,
or laugh less.
No, maybe it's a little louder. Anyway, the Inventress podcast at gmail.com. Also, don't forget to rate and review us. That really helps us, go up in the rankings for the podcast. Don't forget to also visit my mom, on social media, facebook.com/Lisa Ascalise, or just search Lisa Ascalise on YouTube, or the Inventress on YouTube. She does all these videos, Motivational Mondays, tips of the week, Twitter at Lisa Ascalise. And, for more info, AOWIE.com, or visit on Inventing A-to-Z, which all goes to the same place. It's a great way to get to know everybody, stay in the community with entrepreneurs and inventors. AOE, it's a nonprofit, but there's also a membership to become an AOE member. Amazing group of women and men get together. We do a lot of things outside of our conferences, go to brunches, go to boxing classes, go on yachts, champagne wishes, caviar dreams. You know that saying. It's so much fun. Going to the movies.
Oh my gosh.
Going to the movies, just doing things as a community.
Yeah.
And it's such a great experience. You get to win prizes, helping each other.
Helping communities to build their communities, making communities stronger, making schools stronger, giving back to organizations who need help, giving to schools who need instruments, who need music. So that's what AOE, it's just a small part, a fraction of what we do as people who love one another, and just love to have you be a part of it. So again, Brittany, thank you so much for being my co-host every single week. And thank you, John, for putting up with our madness. You guys have to listen to what we do before the show. The show before the show is the show.
Those are our bonus clips that they're going to hear this ridiculous conversations that we have that just go from one thing to the next without anything being remotely similar to the last. It's like, I was like, okay, say we're talking about water. Oh, speaking of water, I fell down the stairs the other day. It's just
one thing has
crazy.
Nothing to do with another.
It's insane, but I'm happy we're here. This has been a great year, and this year, 2019, is going to be even better. I'm really looking forward to it.
We're here in 2019, and all of you, I so look forward to doing this with you. Please reach out. All of you entrepreneurs, all of you inventors who have thoughts, who have creativity, who want to start a business. If you have an app, whatever it is, you have an invention that you don't know how to get started with. You have a dilemma, whatever it is. I mean, I'm doing this for now, like over 38 years. And I'm like cutting down the number 38 because it sounds a little old. But I'm here for you guys, 100% hook, line, and sinker. Just come to us, email me, Lisa at inventingatoz.com for the inventing aspect. If you guys are inventors out there and you need help inventing, ATOZ.com for anything that you have in terms of developing a product, a business, whatever it is. But most importantly, please, if you see somebody who needs help, please help them. And let's continue to lift each other up 2 hands at a time. And sometimes you may just have to use your foot. Until next time, guys.